Welcome everyone. Hope that you all can hear me. If you can hear me, please just give me a reply through the chat or
Yes,
just
we can hear you.
fine. Okay, but they're right. Thank you. Uh, right. So then we'll start the work for the day. Here, my main concern is to cover the computer networks part, which is another familiar environment for the majority. So most of the people know about networks, mainly the internet, right? So then I want to cover things behind internet as well. Now at the moment, the main concern of this session is to complete to cover the technical background. We all are using internet to check your emails in WhatsApp. You're doing it fine, but we'll learn what is the technical background and how it can be used properly without wasting our time, without making some nonsense. Hopefully, that's the situation. Whenever you access something, you just type this thing, that thing, but takes long time to reach whatever you want. Then, in this case, we can just manage that nicely if you know the exact technology, how it works. Right? We'll start like this. First of all, before going to the internet concepts, I'll cover the networks. The thing is, internet is also a kind of a network. Right? What is a network? Simply, we define a network as a collection of devices. You understand that? So devices are connected. Collection of devices linked together. So they are connected. So we had that in the previous slide. Right? So then set of devices which are connected together, right? So because of the connectivity, each and every device here, right? So then here this is one device, this is another device, this is another device. So those can exchange whatever the file available in this computer can be accessed by this. Even the available printer is eligible to be used by all the devices here. So then exchanging is the main use when having a network. Hope that you are clear, right? So then the definition is a collection of devices linked together so that they can exchange data, files, messages, resources, right? You can remember that. Here we have a resource to be shared, printer. So that is going to be shared with all the devices. Also, we have another resource called as scanner, can be accessed by all. Like I said earlier, files, data available in each device can be shared. So then this is one another type of a network we can set up, right? So this one. So then that's going to be connecting devices one another. Here, a smaller network connected through a device called as switch. This is a networking device. Likewise, we can scale, we can enlarge this into very large size networks depending on the requirement. Right. Then we'll go to the next definition as well. Uh, there we use a keyword called as node. It is a computer, network printer, phone, or any equipment connected to a network. Right? So then into the network, we connect devices. So like earlier, we have computers, ඊළඟට printers, scanners, servers. So all of them are called as nodes, which are connected to a network. So use this word node here onwards. So when connecting these devices, what are the benefits? Main thing is sharing. We know that here, whatever the things available in one of the device, this computer has a file that can be shared. Main benefit. Right. And further, easy communication. We know that because of the internet, because of the networks, we can go for video conference like we experience now, chatting, emailing. So they are communications. Also, we can share devices. Like I said earlier, a printer is there, which is going to be shared with all the others. Then modems, scanners, then all together, it will save money, isn't it? Why? We don't need to buy much more devices. Then to exchange things, the network is enough. Sharing is comfortable. Then all together, it will save your expenses. Right. Then there are the general benefits of company networks. Then at the same time, there are disadvantages as well when you're setting up. Main thing is high initial cost. Why? To set up the network, we need to spend a lot. Why? The thing is, in order to connect devices, we need to buy cables, switches, routers, different devices are required. Yeah, cables are expected. Cables are required. Even these devices are required. Since it's a small network, having a switch is enough. But if we enlarge that, we need to have routers, even we need to have server softwares, so which are not the normal Word Excel softwares. So then they are going to give you a big expense, another trouble in our networks. Disadvantage. Then a fault with the server will prevent the whole network from working. What is that? Normally, when we have servers, I'll give that idea clearly in the future. Now, server is going to be a main computer, unlike the others. Right? So then this computer will, if this is a file server, so this may store all the files, right? There can be many other type of servers. Then, as an example, in the organization, sometimes they may have the salary sheet, as well as they may have the other important documents created. All are going to be saved into the main server. Due to a technical failure, if this server fails, no any user from these computers can access those files, data, then onwards. So then there's a big disadvantage. Failure of a server, failure of the main computer will stop using the service by all the others. And that's another disadvantage when it comes to the computer networks. Right? So fault with the server will prevent the whole network from working. Next one is security threats. Spreading of viruses. What is that? Whenever we go for a drawing like this, say that this computer is infected by a virus, computer virus, through a pen drive. Isn't there a chance of spreading that virus along with the other computers through these connectivities? It may spread. Therefore, spreading of viruses is supported when we are connected. Other thing is hacking. Now say that he is a certain employee who is not allowed to modify the salary sheet. Somewhere in this computer, the salary file is there. Then somehow, if the person tries to access this computer by cheating the passwords or whatever thing, he may update the salary. Then that's called as hacking. But if the connectivity is not there, this person can't reach this thing. He has to physically walk onto this computer, so that is not practical. But now the person is here, the network will arrange the connectivity, now he'll accessing that. So therefore, the chances of hacking is more when it comes to the computer networks. So therefore, there is also a disadvantage. More security threats, quick spreading of viruses, likewise. Right. Then the other part is these networks are categorized based on the size. Right. Into three categories: LAN, WAN, and the internet. Sometimes you might have covered this in your small grades, right? Just like when you're in grade 7, grade 8, likewise. Therefore, I don't want to emphasize that much, but we'll see, right? Then, if you can remember, what is a local network? Simply we consider LAN as a smaller network. Right? WAN is going to be a larger network. WAN is treated as a larger network. Then internet is the largest network. This is somewhat largest network covering the whole world. The whole world will be covered by the internet. Then LAN is a small network. How small is it? Normally it belongs to a single business, and it may cover an area like a single building. Then that's an idea how small a LAN is. Normally it covers a single building, network within one building. LAN is a larger network, so that LAN may cover a country, sometimes a continent, or even the world. It's a larger network. So this is going to be the largest network to cover the whole world. So that's a summary how we can categorize these three networks. Right. Then we'll see how it is really going on. Right. Now, is this name? Right. So first we'll go to the LAN. There it says uh, it's a small network like this. You see that the drawing, the picture here, that is a network available in a classroom. So that's a small network. Somewhere like around 10-20 computers are there in one building. So we treat this as a LAN. Sometimes this may be a network available in an office. So in that office, few computers are there, server, printer. So they are treated as LANs, no issue. Right. Then this is a description. Normally it says that a network available within a single site. That's a perfect word. So site means one particular location, that construction site. So there's a construction site. So that's in one specific place. So likewise, a network available in a single site, just like our school, our university, even a business premises. So then they are treated as LANs. On the other way around, it is limited to a single organization. I said that LAN is belong to one company. Fine. Covers a smaller area like one or two buildings. The network is available in one or two buildings, not much more, maybe one or two, which can be available in a single building at all. So, which can be available in a single site, one particular site. Then when you go for a LAN, the benefit is sharing information would be easier. Why? The devices are connecting to one another in short distances, not in kilometers, few meters. Therefore, data transferring would be faster or quicker, higher data transferring rate. Therefore, sharing information would be much more easier, quicker. There are some features of LANs, right? Then WAN. We said that WAN is going to be a larger network. So how large is it? Now this is one such. I'll just go to the description like this. LAN covers a large geographical area like a country. That means it's a network. Now Sri Lanka, I don't know if I can draw that nicely. So that is Sri Lanka. Okay. Now the network which is called as WAN should cover this whole country. Even from Jaffna, even from Galle, even from Trincomalee, even from Colombo, we can access that network. Are there practical networks to cover the whole country? If you go to a network of SLT, Sri Lanka Telecom. So they maintain internet services. Is this network covering the whole country or not? SLT? Yes, it covers the entire country. Why? So even from Galle, SLT connection is there, right? Even from Trincomalee, SLT, Jaffna, Colombo, everywhere the connectivity is there. So their network is going to cover a country. On the other way around, when you go to a bank, it's like BOC, so they have many more branches available. Simply the Candy branch, Gold branch, even whatever the Kurunegala branch, some like Jaffna branch, all are connected. Why? If I open the bank account in Candy, can't we do deposits from Gold? Can't we withdraw money from Colombo? Gold? Possible. Therefore, banks are also maintaining a larger network called as wide area network, which is covering a country. Then on the other way around, the network may cover an area like a continent, a region. Now these days you have heard about Starlink, the satellite interconnectivity. So it is given from America. So then it covers the whole world through satellites. Right? Even sometimes there are banks which are available in the entire Asia Pacific region, just like HSBC. So Colombo we have it, then Singapore we have it. Then all those branches are connected. So then such big networks are called as wide area networks. And finally, we can say that a WAN is consisting of many LANs. That's fine. If I go to drawing like this, here, so that this is a bank network. This is a network of bank. Assume that this is going to be BOC. Then we can say that this is going to be the Colombo branch of BOC. Sometimes this may be the Gold branch. Sometimes this may be the Candy branch. Sometimes this may be the Jaffna branch. Likewise, many different branches are expected. All are connected. Then we can complete the sentence telling that a WAN, here we can say that a WAN is made with many LANs. So this is going to be a LAN which is available in one branch. This is available in another branch. This is available in some other branch. So each branch is in a site. So that is treated as a LAN. So this is going to be a local network. This is also a LAN. Then all of them are connected, then the big network is called as, the entire bigger network is called as the wide area network. Therefore, we see that WAN is made with many LANs. That's true. Hope that you are clear. Right? That's why we see that consists of many LANs. Then lower transfer rate compared to LANs. You understand that? Why? The data should cover, the connectivities are covering kilometers of distances. Therefore, they are not closer to one another, very long distance communication. Right. Even this is one other example of a wide network. So then the main site, and then some other data centers, some other branches. So these are branches of the business. And their main servers are here, sometimes head office, and they need to have many other technical details, right? Just like firewalls, likewise, right? Then that's about the wide network. Then go to the other category called as the internet. So internet is treated as the largest network in the world, which covers the whole world. So we all know that through your smartphone, you can connect into the internet. Wherever you go, even Kandy, Colombo, Galle, Ratnapura, no issue, the connectivity is there. Even if you are abroad, we all know that we can connect into the same internet. So even when you visit some other country, you can access your WhatsApp account. You can access your email. That means the whole internet is covering the entire world. That's the idea, right? Then this is another drawing, right, of internet. So then people are there, then clients are there, databases, many more big servers. So then it will be a very large picture to explain the internet. Right. Now these are details. Internet is the largest network in the world. It is the largest network in the world. Uh, a worldwide network of networks. Why? It's a network of networks. Many more networks, there is one network, another network, they are connected together. So we call it as a network of networks. Can access from anywhere in the world. No owner for the internet. Why? You all are part of the internet, including myself. Our smartphones are connected to the internet. Then we support the internet. Right? Sometimes our university is connected to the internet. Then university is part of the internet. Banks are connected to the internet. Banks are part of the internet. Likewise, no proper owner, so all the connectivities will make that bigger network. Right. Now we are moving into another technical point called as identification of the nodes. That means available devices. Once you are connected, there are devices available. Those devices must be recognized, must be identified technically. Right. Then whenever the devices are there, those devices must be connected technically, connected to one another. Now this is one, this is another. Then the thing here is, whenever they are connected, those should be identified by themselves. I'll go back to the previous image, the first image I had, this one. Okay. Now in our level, so for as human beings, if I label this as A, if I label this as B, label this as C, can't you recognize what they are? We are doing that from grade 5 onwards. I say that computer A sends a file to computer C. Then don't you know which computers were in exchanging? A is going to be the sender. That means this particular computer is the sender. This computer is a receiver. We recognize that now. But if you think of the computer itself, now we are operating the computer. You and me are operating it. But if I give a command to the computer using the keyboard, bring this to computer C, will this switch understand who computer C is? No. Therefore, there should be a technical identification for all the computers. That identification is used to identify the digital devices on their own, not for the humans. So you and me can recognize them, no issue. right? But the device or else the computer itself should identify the connected device. Then only they know that I am this, I am this computer. I have an address like this. Then I should communicate with this computer. Likewise, they should talk to one another. That's how the situation is. Right. When doing it, when recognizing that, according to the concepts, there is another, there is a technical identification called as IP address. Right? So then IP address has to be assigned into the computers. So connected devices. This should be with an IP address. This should be with an IP address. It should be with an IP address. But that IP address has to be unique. Simply cannot duplicate. So then whatever the address available in this computer should be different than the address given to this, not the same. Right? Otherwise, they can't detect now, just like names, right? I may label this as A, even I'm going to label this as A. Then can you recognize who A is? No. So they have to be unique. Right? Now, when doing that, definitely we need to have the IP address. That's the idea. Now, this is a way. Now, when it comes to the IP address, now you see that in this drawing, there's a address like this, number pattern, which has 192, 168, 112, and 100. Even this has a similar address, but that's different than earlier. 192, 168, 112. Up to then they are the same, but these three are the same of the earlier one and this. But the last one, this 100, this 97. Therefore, the complete addresses are not the same. Complete addresses are identical, or simply we can call this as different to one another. So in this pattern of the IP address, normally it has 4 numbers like this. Here, this is also an IP address. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are separated by dots. Here you see the dots. So those will separate it. Right? Even for this one, numbers are there, 4 numbers, separated by dots. And at least one block has to be different to make the IP address identical. Right. Then I'll give you the correct idea what an IP address is. Normally we consider IP address is as a 32-bit address. And it has 4 values. As I said earlier, 1, 2, 3, 4. Separated by the period sign, dot. And each block of numbers should vary from 0 to 255. And so then there should be 4 numbers in between 0 to 255, in between 0 to 255, and separate by 3 dots. 3 dots will separate them. Right. Then example, if I go for an IP address like 45, is it valid? Why not? It is in between 0 to 255. Then 205, still valid. Then I may say it as 356. Is this a valid number? No, maximum is 255. Then I may write 2. That's valid. And 100, so valid. Now there are 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, separated by 3 dots. So this is going to be a valid IP address uh, according to the rule. So policy guys need to have four numbers in between 0 to 55 and separated by three dots. Right. Then now this drawing gives like that. In between 0 to 55. So there are four numbers. Again, in between 0 to 55 and four numbers are there. Right. Now the other thing, when you're working with a computer, not in your phone, there are ways to see the IP address, to view the IP address assigned to the computer. Now at the moment, all our computers, if you're using a computer, it has to be connected to the internet. Internet in the sense, it's connected to a network, largest network. Then your computer has to have an IP address. How can you view or see the IP address of your computer? You go to the command prompt. That can be accessed by going to start menu, run, and you type command. Or else you can directly search for command prompt. You go to start, then if you search for command prompt, you may get that right here, the black color icon. This one, command prompt. In that way you can get it. Or else by going to the run, you can get it. How that run thing is. You go to start and there we go for run menu. This is there for Windows early, right? Run. Okay. Then the smaller section will be created. There we type CMD. Now the command prompt is there. Right. Then in the command prompt, you better type whatever the, just increase the font size a little bit. All right, now is the command prompt. Now in order to see the IP address, I may type the command in that command prompt called as IP config. Here, this is a command. And then you hit on the enter key of the keyboard. Now it will read the IP address assigned to your computer and showing to us. I'll do that. This is a command prompt. Now I type the command IP config. Then I hit on the enter key, the keyboard. Now it gives the specific IP address available in my computer. Here, it indicates that Windows IP configurations, Ethernet adapter Ethernet, connection DNS suffix, then local link, IPv4 address here. So this is the IP address assigned into my working computer, 192.168.116.1. So you may have some other, right? Then the default gateway. Now these are some other details, but you need to work with, you need to follow only this part, what is the IP address is. And the pathway to reach the IP address is you go to command prompt and there we enter keyword as IP config. Right. You should know this. Right. Now we are moving to the other part called as client server architecture. Right. There it says the available networks can be defined as client server, not all, some. If that network has a server computer as well as a client computer, right? Normally, a server computer is going to be a multi-user computer. Yeah, server computer is a multi-user computer. What is multi-user? Multi-user means many users can use it at a time. So then if this is going to be used by many users, This server, many people, if it is going to be used, definitely those people are connected through the network. Now, this is the person one, he is using his computer. This is a person two, he is using some other computer, and both the people reach this computer at the same time. Then that's called as multi-user concurrent use. And they are treated as servers. So on the other way around, servers are highly powerful to serve many users at a time. This is server idea. Then client means a single user computer, just like our normal computer. They are client. Right? Then in a network, if both of them are there, there's a server, there's a client. Or there are servers, there are clients. Then that is called as a client server network. Hope that you are clear. It's a categorization. But sometimes in your school lab, when you were schooling, they had a computer lab, but no servers. And that is not going to be a client server network. If it is to be a client server network, definitely a server computer is essential. Right. Then we'll see how to connect into the internet. Right. Now, your mobile phones, smartphones are connected to the internet. How is it? They are connected through an organization like Dialog, Mobitel. So they give you a SIM. Through the SIM, you are being connected. At the same time, you have to pay the monthly bill or card connection as well. Payment has to be done. Right. Then even in your home computer, if you are connected to the internet, you need to have a router in your home. Still given by Dialog, SPLT, Mobitel. That is to say that if you are to connect with the internet, there should be a organization to arrange that connectivity. Right? So then that particular organization is commonly called as ISP, Internet Service Provider. So then ISP is a must. They provide us a paid service in order to connect with the internet. Right. It's like this. So whoever to connect, our home, even the government institutions, educational universities, schools, all should get the help of ISP, just like Dialog Mobitel, and they are the ones who are bringing you to the internet. Uh, right. Now we'll move on to the internet directly. Normally, internet is treated as the largest network in the world. We know that, providing the connectivity around the world, the connectivity from around the world. And then at the internet, we define the functions. Simply using the internet, we can exchange emails. That is with the help of internet. Even we can continue with video conference. There are two different technologies. Email connection as well as video conference. They are different. But internet is providing that facility. Then transferring files. A movie file in this computer is going to be given to the other computer through the internet. Accessing web pages. So likewise, the internet gives you many more services. Many more services are provided from the internet. Right. We are moving into the next area called as World Wide Web. What is that? It is, in my drawing, I said you that internet gives you many different service name. There is one: emailing, file transfer, video conference. We all know that one other service is chatting. Then another big service is accessing web pages. So accessing web page and going on a video conference, as you experience, are they the same or different technologies? They are completely different. So to access a video conference, you are going to use Zoom as application. Zoom supports it. And also to access web pages, that's not Zoom. So use Chrome. The type web address is there. Also, you do file transferring. Sometimes using torrents, you are going to download files. That's different. Chatting, you use WhatsApp app and proceed with the chatting. That means based on the different functionalities, there are different types of technologies to be used. Technologies. Right? Based on that, we'll make the decision. Right? Somehow, World Wide Web means a single service, one particular service to access web pages from the internet. So it is not similar to the emailing. It is not similar to the chatting. It is not similar to the video conference. So accessing web page is the main service, which is called as World Wide Web. Here, so World Wide Web means sense systems of interlink hypertext, accessing hypertext document. Hypertext document in the sense web pages. Accessing web pages through the internet is called as World Wide Web. And World Wide Web means accessing web pages through the internet. There we have hyperlinks. You have seen that in the networks, in the web pages, they have hyperlinks. A link from a web document to another web component. So when you're accessing web pages, you see many different types of hyperlinks. I'll just go to and I'll access a web page like this. Here, in this web page, I'm in Zoom. Uh, there are, here we have hyperlinks. You see that when I'm moving my cursor, yeah, this previous is hyperlinked. Why? When I move my cursor on top of it, it turns into a hand. And when I click on that, it will take me to the previous one. Right? So then this is the concept. Right. Even in this case, we have the links. Here, notes. Here we have personal devices. So all these are hyperlinks which are supporting different connectivities. Right. Then what I want is hyperlink is a link from a web page to another web page. So that's a World Wide Web. So I'll summarize. World Wide Web means accessing web pages through the internet. So this part of the internet is called as World Wide Web. So here, accessing web pages through the internet is called as World Wide Web. not video conference, not chatting, just the web page accessing. Right. Then handling web pages over the internet is called as World Wide Web. Right. Then when we go for World Wide Web, that means through the web pages. Now we are in the web page section of the internet. Through the web pages, there are different types of services available. You know that. One is called as online shopping, just like eBay, AliExpress, Daras. Online banking. Almost all the banks are providing that facility to check your balance, to transfer money. Online education, the one we are doing now. Online booking, booking hotels, booking plane tickets. So there are many more services. And the main service is finding information from the internet. If I want to get news, weather information, currency rates. So likewise, many more services are there. And further, we can access social media websites. We can access social media as well as a result of World Wide Web. Right. Then there's a next section just to highlight the use of World Wide Web. Right. We said that name, online banking. Then when you are going to access a web page, is when you're going to access web page, there are some minimum requirements for the people. Now I am going to access web pages. Then when I'm accessing web pages, when accessing web pages, main thing is we need to have a web browser. What is web browser? Now, as I showed you earlier, in order to access web pages, I need to go to a software like this, right? Google Chrome. In mine, I'm using Google Chrome. Then there, when I click on that, it supports me to access web pages. Right? I'll just go further, double click on this. Right? I want to access this. Then web browser is opening. Here, we can type the web address somewhere here. Everyone knows this, right? I'm just giving the technical idea only. And then you may be there. If you don't know the address, I can type the keywords somewhere in the search part. Then it may give me the details. Simply say that I want to find the height of Mount Everest. I don't know the website. Therefore, I can't type it here. Instead, I may type it here. Even if you type here, it will work. But we'll see. Height of Mount Everest. Now it gives me the details. So likewise, very simple points. So you can you need to use a web browser. Some of them are Internet Explorer, Edge, Safari, Google Chrome, and also we use another word called as navigation. Navigation is going through web pages. First I access this web page, then I access the other web page. Likewise, having some accessing web pages from there to here is called as navigation. Right. Then in the web browser, we have different functions. We have the downloading facility, we can access history, likewise. Then we go to the next part, URL, Uniform Resource Locator. That is also called as web address. Normally, web address format is something like this. You will have seen this thing. Begins with somewhere like HTTP or HTTPS, then www, whatever the part, and then slash something, and then slash something. So this is an ordinary web address. So that we are labeling them, this is called as a protocol called as HTTP, which is the set of rules. And this is the name of the server. That means through the internet, if I'm to access a web page, I have to find from where this web page comes, which is there in a server. May not be in Sri Lanka, it may be in some other country. Right? Then that is what the server, in the sense, where is the web pages saved. And inside that we have another folder called as TTD. Folder TTD. And then this is the file to access from the URL. So when you type this web address and hit on the enter key somewhere, it will detect that this is for web page from the protocol. And now it connects into the server, inside the server folders, and then access the file. So then this is the nature how we are going to handle web pages through the web addresses. Right. Then those details are described here. Right. Now when you go to the web pages, you see that normally the order of the web pages are something like this. At the end, we have this LK part. Sometimes it may have .net, again .lk, .com. So what are the differences among them? Right. Then whenever we go for this web addresses, the last part .lk, .net, .lk, .com, that is called as the top level domain. Right. Then this domain defines the type or else nature of the business. Sometimes sometimes defines the nature of the business, or sometimes the type of the business. Spelling may be wrong. Right. Then we'll see what they are. I'll go back to the previous slide. If the top level domain is going to be .com, that is to say that the website is a commercial website. So the website developers are earning using the web page. It's a business, ordinary business. Then if it is .edu, it says that it's going to be an educational institute. So then no one can get them without proving it, right? As an example, abc.edu. Then anyone who visit this will get to know that this is an educational website. Why edu is there? Right. Then the other one is gov. Right. Other one is gov. That is that government website. Just like we know that in our government, if we are to get some government information, how to register our vehicles, how to get a identity card, how to renew our license. So then those details are available in government organizations. Then by going into the government websites, we can access it. Further, ORG, it says that non-profitable organization, just like UNICEF, .org. Why? They don't expect profits, non-profitable, and they are doing a genuine business. But commercial now, they earn profits, and their main concern is profits. So then sometimes the available details may be biased. Why? In order to promote their business, they say that their business is correct. But really, there could be many other better businesses than that. So education may be a school, sometimes university, maybe. So then they are in the educational field, whatever the educational facts they are providing are hopefully correct. Just like the definitions, some truth, some questions. And then other than that, there are many more. Other than that, there are some country codes represented. .lk Sri Lanka, United Kingdom, France, USA, Australia. Then at the end, if the web address is ending with .fr, what is the situation? Hmm. Then from that, it will represent the country. Then we'll see this. What is this? LK, Sri Lanka. AC means academic. PDN means Peradeniya. And this is Peradeniya, academic, Sri Lankan. So that idea is there. This is Sri Lanka SLT.net. That is, they are doing a network like business. This is LK. This is .com, commercial. Right. So then by looking at the domain, you can understand what nature, what type of business is it. Right. So in the internet, we can access many more details in news, weather information, stock reports. There are a lot. Then the other point is whenever we go for the internet, the available information are not organized, disorganized, and they are changing from time to time. Not always accurate. There can be bias, that means one-sided, false, wrong information, all are there. Then no control of the information, misleading. Therefore, in red color, I have told you that user must be able to right. Then user must be able to filter the appropriate relevant information. So without believing whatever you get. So when you're browsing web pages, you may get anything. No, don't believe them. Don't accept them as it is. You may judge is this an appropriate, correct, relevant information. Then it would be fine. Right. Now the other part, ways to access required information. So from the internet, if you are going to get information, there are two ways. As I did earlier, if I know the website, you can direct type it. Just like BBC, now you type it as bbc.com. But in order to find the height of Mount Everest, I didn't know the height. Then what can I do? Then one is typing the web address, just like University of Peradeniya, pdn.ac.lk. But if I want to find an information where the website is not known, what do? You just use a search engine in it, just like Google. That's what we said here, use a search engine. Then it's something like this. So in the internet, we have images, presentations, many more. Right. Then searching the web, how to search it. So then you people are just using it, no issue. Right. Then search engines are there, just like Google, even Yahoo, Alta Vista. So there are. Right. Normally, the search engine, just like Google, here it has a text box. Uh, Text box to enter keywords or phrases. Then when you enter that, it says that better to use two or more words or a short phrase. Right? Normally, when you're using searching, say that I want to find the height of Mount Everest. We said that name. So how did I type it? Height of Mount Everest. Then at the same time, I want to find some other information. I want to find the uh, average lifetime of a cat. Then most of the people are used to type sentences in it, telling that what is the average lifetime of a cat. Then the technical concept is it is not recommended to type sentences in search engines. You can type it, no issue, but that is a waste of your time. You need to type a lot, which will take time. Sometimes there can be spelling mistakes. They may take you to different results. Uh, Therefore, it is recommended to type keywords only. Normally, I write that what. I don't use is, are, no, just the keywords. What, or else I can say that average lifetime of a cat, or phone it there. Average lifetime of a cat. It gives the same answers. Then now what you can do is don't type questions. Search engine is not a human. So if it is a human, it's okay. But this is not a human. Therefore, don't type that as a sentence. Right. This is more than enough. Then one guideline is enter keywords. Then better to use two or more words, not only one. It should be a short phrase. Use of unique words that directly relate to what you are searching for better results. Use of unique words. Right? But now search engines are more intelligent, so search engines will get it. Now, did you see that when I was typing the average lifetime, the cat word comes automatically. So that means it has a certain level of intelligence. Now, as rules, if you consider the basic rules of using search engine, when you are searching, you may type the specific information. Now here, I am intending to buy a pet dog, Candy, and I need a black color dog. Then the keywords to enter are buy, I want to buy, around Candy, the color, then dogs, or else I can say puppy. So I don't use other conjunctions, is, of, so we don't need, right? So then this is nature how we use search engines properly. Don't just use them as sentences. You may use it with the phrases. Right. Then the second one, sometimes you may search for phrases, some specific phrases. Then there the phrase has to be written within double quotes. Simply, I'm searching for a person like this. Right? So then here I'm searching for a person like Nimal Pereira. Then in the search engine, here I may type Nimal. Many more people are there. If I just type Nimal, it gives many more details. Right? But I want Nimal Pereira. Then I type Nimal Pereira. Then many more Pereiras will be there. So that what I'm doing is I just put them in double quotes. Now it will check for the exact phrase Nimal Pereira as it is. Right? Then even some other people, right? When you're searching for names, when you're searching for some phrases, especially in your research, you may need some specific phrases to be searched. Right? Then, something like this, uh, leap before jump. Then I need some stories behind this. Right? And I can write stories behind. My spelling was wrong. Now it says. Then in that manner, you may use double quotes. Now, otherwise, if I don't put this double quotes, they may treat these words as it is. Right? So then the point there is you can use double quotes when you are searching for phrases. Right? Then that's an advice. Then you can use plus sign. Now, this plus sign says that the word after the plus is a must to be available in results. Even plus OL are compulsory records. I'll just type something like, I think this is a common search, but we'll say past papers, then plus OL plus maths. Right. They I use OL and plus here. OL. All the results are going like that, ordinary level. Then the OL word is essentially there. And sometimes I may use yes. This for mathematics past papers. So then learn that point. You can use the word plus in front of the word which is essential to be completed, essential to be available. Right. And the other thing is plus sign, minus sign, we can use it. That will say that exclude the result. Right? Minus says exclude. What is excluding? Don't include this word. What is that? Now, sometimes I want to find something like this. I want to find uh, what is it? Ah, Johnson's products. When I go for Johnson's products, all the time it gives you those baby products name, colognes, soap, and everything. But I don't want baby products. Then I'm telling that minus baby. Then without the word baby, all the Johnson's products will be giving you. Yeah, minus baby. Right. Then that is the minus sign. Yeah, Johnson's minus baby products. Right. Then we can combine them plus minus accordingly. Right. Then the other part is the email section. So I hope that we can do that email section while we are doing practicals. And also people are using email, right? I don't want to emphasize that much, but simply I'll just give you a brief detail. So in order to use emailing, we need to have the email service. We need to have email accounting. So then that is being provided from Gmail. uh, even Yahoo, Hotmail. So they are organizations to provide you email services. That is essential. Then after that, we have to go for the advantages. Whenever you're using advantages, simply say that email is going to be faster than the conventional emails. Now, conventional mails are completely distributed through the postman. Whenever someone posts me a conventional, traditional paper-based letters, it will take days for me to reach. But you all know that email is just within the click, the message will be delivered. And also it requires less physical effort. I know person is expected to deliver this. And on the other way around, it's free. Most of them are free. And this snail mail means the traditional mailing, right? The postman service. And most of the email services are for free, just like Gmail, even Yahoo Mail. So we don't need to pay for the service. They will offer that for free of charge. Another big benefit. But traditional mail, we want to add stamps, and that's going to be very high. Likewise. Then does not require attention of both the parties. So when I send it, as a sender, I just send it. The receiver need not to be notified about it at the moment I am sending it. Right? Sometimes after a few hours, receiver will check it, then he may see that the email has been received. But the traditional mail is not like that. I must be there in my home to get the letter. If not, it will be lost. Right. Then easy to send the same piece of information to several people. The same message can be sent to many people. Still, you know that I'll show that. Then access from anywhere in the world using any device, even from our smartphone, laptop computer, home computer, office computer, is being ready to access. Right. Normally, when you go for the email, these are some fields. You know what they are, right? I don't want to explain them separately. From means it is having the sender's email address. Date where the email has been sent. To means the receiver's. Subject means the topic. CC carbon copies. That means the copy of the email can be sent to many people simultaneously. Right. Then I'll just show you a certain email message that I have received behind this. Yes, here these are some personal things, but I'll just show you, right? Mm, somewhere like this. Okay, we'll see. Mm. This is an email I received, right? About the convocation. Erase this part. Now, this is a place where my email details are included. You can see my cursor, right? When I drag that, it shows from who sends that, right? And to, this is my email address. The date where the message has been sent. This is a topic. Then this doesn't have any carbon copies. If so, it will be. So then this is called as email header. Right? So that is called as email header, where it has the details. So then we'll call this as email header, which has the details about the email message. Not the message, but the details about the message. Right. Then on the other way around, if I consider from, it has an email address. Ne? Date is a date. To is also an address. CC is also an address. Others are just text. Now there is another important part, safe web browsing. So then when you're browsing web pages, we have to be careful why there are hacking, there are threats expected. Right. Then without expecting the threats, or without experiencing threats, we better manage our activities. So how do you do it? Right. We'll see the types of threats and how can you minimize those threats. Likewise, we'll come to that discussion here onwards. But before that, I think that it's worth having a small break here since we have to drag up to 12 o'clock. Shall we start in another 15 minutes then? Now it's 10:30. Same around 10:15 now. This is just a continuous explanations rather than having works for you. Therefore, it will be boring for you as well. But we'll resume the session now in another 15 minutes, right? Then I'll cover this part, then onwards. Right. Then I will resume back. Right. Then this is a section how to continue with web browsing. Then again, I said you that when you are accessing web pages, it's quite risky. Why internet is a public resource, right? So internet is a public resource where anyone can access, even myself, even some other person, another organization. By that time, there are hackers, right? So who have a bad intention of reading some other people's data. Sometimes they may have an idea of accessing my bank account details, getting money without my permission. So then many more things can happen since this gives the connectivity in between my device and their own device. So then that's a risk. Right. Then I will see how to manage that and what are the types of threats available. One technique is passwords. Normally your accounts are locked, especially when you go for your online bank account. Right. So when I'm going to go for online banking, so my bank account in online situation has been locked using a password. So when that password is used, if I use a simple password, just like say that my password is just like my name, this is my password. Then what happens? When someone is logging on, he may guess this person's name is Indunil, so his password may be Indunil. So they can easily guess it and he may type it, it works. Therefore, the recommendation is don't use memorable words. Right? So in this case, whenever you use a password, not to use a memorable one. That means sometimes your name, your school, your country. Also a word in the dictionary. Sometimes a word like apple, right? Then, so this is a word in the dictionary. Sometimes you can use some other words like um, government. So then don't make password as such. They are easily accessible by the hackers. So that's advice. Then further, we were being instructed to use a strong password. So strong password is just like the password has to have capital and simple mixed. Just like the example given below. I have capital P, capital U, as well as simple. Then a number should be included, just like 7, whatever number should be included, including special characters, just like the hash, percentage, and sign, asterisk, even a greater than, question mark. Uh, so you can use a plus sign, minus, equal. So these are special characters and many more, right? So include such a character into your password. So in this password, they have used hash. Right? At the end, the hash is there. And then the length of the password has to be more than 8 characters. Now here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is there, fine. And that should not be a memorable word or word in the dictionary. So in that manner, the password is going to be a strong password. Right. Uh, and if I suggest some other password, some other strong password, we can just say now, just you must memorize them as well, right? Then I can say that JH, simple H. Then you can say hat, then 85, Y, F, B, dollar. This is going to be strong password. Numbers, capital, simple, special characters are there. Check whether they are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then no issue. Right? So then that's it. Then further, when you're using passwords, some other thing, some other to be found, some other thing, some other concepts to be followed. That is, when you're using password, in order to keep it secured, it says that don't use the same password for different account. That means when I go to my bank account, online bank account, sometimes my email account, then sometimes my Zoom account. If I use the same password, that's dangerous. Why? If one of, say that someone hack your Zoom account, then he can access your bank account as well. He can access your emails as well. So it's too serious. Don't use, it is strongly said that don't use the same password. Then don't write down passwords. Another instruction. Sometimes when you use strong passwords, they are not easy to memorize. Just like your name, your school name. Then says that don't write down the password, thinking that it's quite serious. Don't write it down. If you are going to write it, that will also easily accessible by the outsiders. Why? If someone get your book, if someone get your notebook, if the paper is stolen, they know your password. Then all your bank account details are in danger. Other thing is don't use remember password. Still you have experienced that. Right? So in a browsing web pages, you have experienced that. I'll just show you that. Certain image like this. Whenever you type a password, it says that save here. Even this one, save password. So it is advised not to click on save when we are using a public computer, a common computer mainly. If it is your personal laptop, no issue. Why? No one else is using it now. But if you're using a common computer, just like the computer in your school lab, just like a computer in your IT center, that means when you come to university, so you're using some public computers. So many students will use it. So in situation as such, if you click on save password, then that will be dangerous. So then the advice is not to use save password. If so, other people will also get into your account. This is another important thing where you do it mistakenly. Then never enter your passwords, credit card details for suspicious websites. Now, when you browse web pages, sometimes say that I'm just going for web pages like AliExpress. It's okay, right? These are okay. But there can be some fake websites that are similar to AliExpress. Just AliExpress. Sometimes there can be some fake websites maintained by some other similar people. Here, this is sponsored now. It's fine. But there can be some people who are maintaining web pages quite similar to the same website. Right. On the other way around, there can be some unknown websites, especially when you are ordering something. That's my personal experience. When you are ordering some rare items, just like some ICT gadgets for your laptop, you need a battery. Then I'm searching for the battery in Daraz, AliExpress. I didn't find it, but I found that in a new website. Then don't know whether that website really helps you or will they steal your details. So then it says that don't enter your passwords, card details to unfamiliar as well as suspicious websites, since they may do hacking on your details. Other advice is change the password regularly, once in 6 months, annually. Don't keep the same password so that hackers, outsiders can easily read your passwords. Then that's the next advice. Don't keep the same password continuously. Now, these are some habits or practices to be followed when using passwords. Right? When using passwords, follow these practices to keep your accounts, to keep your details safe. Very important. Right. Then some other techniques. So when you're using your online activities, when you're working with our online activities, the other advice is use an updated antivirus software. So in our company, we know that we have different types of antivirus software, just like Kaspersky, right? Sometimes Norton, McAfee. So these are different types of antivirus softwares. Use them and keep them up to date. Now, really, in the modern versions, updating is done automatically. We don't need to force it to update. Therefore, it will automatically keep the updates. But somehow, that's another advice. Keep it. Then your computer can be risk-free from malware or antiviruses. The next thing is use the latest OS operating systems. So we are using Windows operating systems. Some people may use Mac, Android. Try to get the latest version. The thing is, latest version has solutions for these security threats. Also, the other softwares, web browsers, even whatever the WhatsApp chatting softwares and everything, try to use them up to date or try to update so that the issues, the threats are going to be minimal. When they update it, they are recovering, they'll finding solutions for the recent security threats. Next one, be away from suspicious emails, web advertisements. So you may get different emails. Some web advertisements, when you're browsing web pages, you may get different advertisements. Just show you. Just show you, right? So when you're browsing web pages, uh, just show you. Here, you may get these scams. Sometimes you call them as scams. When you're browsing a page, congratulations. You may get this much. So then these are hopefully quite dangerous, right? So then you may get different adverts like that. Right? So then in such situations, be careful, right? Uh, that's advice. So use the latest OS. Be away from suspicious emails and web page advertisements. In web page, you may get advertisements like that. Sometimes you may get different emails, just like giving gifts. You don't know that person, the sender. This is so I'm a person from here. So then I got a certain treasure like this. Shall we share this? Because they just try to be friend with you and try to help you. Then hopefully they are taking you to a big danger in a in few weeks. Right? So therefore, don't react on them. Don't reply on them. Further, it says never ever download anything that you are not sure from sources. Sometimes you're downloading games, films, images from unknown websites. They're not familiar. So when you download it, there's a risk of getting viruses. Right? Sometimes different programs will be reaching you. You don't know. You just download the film. Then when you download the film, such programs are coming to you parallel with it. Then what happens? They will steal your card details, your passwords. You don't know. Right? So these are the dangers when you are going to go for this malware or the internet activities. So then these are very important guidelines how to be free from this. The thing is, most of the times, so even we have heard that most of the children are coming to us and university students. Is that what happened? So my credit card details were stolen, my email was hacked, my social media was hacked. What can I do now? So these are the reasons. Right? So then sometimes you may be a victim if you don't follow them. Be careful. It's highly concerned that you must concern that These are very important areas to be followed. Otherwise, you'll be lost. Right. Then further, whenever you are accessing web pages, especially the web pages when you are doing uh, online payments, when you are giving passwords on the website, now this is the top part of the web page where you enter the web address, google.com. Check whether there's a padlock sign like this, green padlock. Sometimes it begins with HTTPS. So if these signs are there, that is that you are good, you are done. This is good. So that the website is encrypted. Right? That means it is difficult for the hackers to get your details. So when accessing web pages, try to check whether the web pages are having the address begin with HTTPS. And also include this padlock-like sign. If so, that's protected. Sometimes almost all the popular websites are having such. Just to show you that here. Yes, when I go to something like bbc.com, then the web address here, HTTPS. Though the padlock sign is there or not, no issue, HTTPS is there. Right? So then sometimes daras.lk. When I double click on the web address, it says that HTTPS. So no issue, these are secure websites. That means the personal details you enter may be difficult for the hackers to steal. That's the idea. Right. Now we'll continue further. Now, they are the practices again, how to confirm the security in your website. Right. Check the green padlock, then check whether this HTTPS is there. That is giving you encrypted communication. Then protect your credit card details you enter, then passwords you enter, they'll be protected. Right. Then further, OTP. Still another familiar word for you. What is this OTP thing? Stands for one-time password. Some people may know well, but I'll explain that. Normally, when you are logging into websites, when you're logging into areas, we have to maintain a password. I just do my online banking. We need to set a password. All right. As I said earlier, the password has to be a strong password. You can't write it down. You can't tell that. Can't use the same password. Need to change the password regularly. So many more troubles are there. Then the advice is if they support OTP. Now we can't enable that. The bank, whatever the organization should provide that facility. If they provide OTP, so the risks we had are solved. That means they use a certain media. We have to get registered. Hopefully, we register our phone number to get an SMS, sometimes email address, a telephone call. First thing is we have to get registered with the bank. Now, if it is a banking, right? Otherwise, Zoom, whatever Zoom or whatever the other service, simply with the service, we have to register it. Then, after registering, when I want to log on, they will send a password. They will send a password through the registered media. Then I have my smartphone. Now I may get the password. Then I type that onto the banking website. Now I am enabled. So on the next day when I want to log on, they will give a different password, one-time password. That's why we call this one time. That particular password is valid only for one time. Then if someone get the password, it is not valid for the second day, only for that time duration only. So this is more secure than memorizing or using the same password again and again. Again, you have the experience when you're paying for services through credit cards. Once you give the credit card details, they'll send you an OTP. Then that OTP says, uh, that OTP says, I'm just paying through my credit card details. Repeat it. I enter the card details. Right. Then after that, that's the first thing I do. Then they don't get the payment, and they'll send me a password or a PIN as an SMS. Then until it is being entered, the payment is not valid. So then phone is in my hand. Then if someone steals my card details, someone steals it. He may type the card details, but to confirm the payment, SMS is given as OTP. Then people can't, whoever the hacker who get my credit card can't confirm the payment by message comes to my phone. So I have the OTP. When he doesn't know what the OTP is, now he can't misuse it. So therefore, it is a highly secure method when doing online payment. Right? So still when logging on, when doing payments, OTP is very essential and highly important. Right. Now this is the order, how it is going to be. Right? So then normally this is one particular service. This is a user. First initiates to sign in. I just inform I want to log on. This is a certain website. Then sends a password to the email, OTP. That's one-time password. Then that is received, right? Then user returns the code back. That means you get the email as the password. Then you enter that password, OTP. Then a user will get the access. So then these are the tips how we use the OTP to get the particular access. Right. Then advantages of OTP. Very simple now. Main is no need to memorize passwords. We don't need to memorize it. Like password is changing from time to time. It comes to your phone at that moment. Then difficult to guess. Why? It changes from time to time. Not the same password. No need to use complex passwords. Can you remember that? Earlier when you set a password, I said that use a strong password with capital, simple, numbers, special characters, and 8 or more characters. Big rules are there. But now I don't want to use them. They will send the password. I'm using them only. Then when one service is hacked due to a certain unfortunate situation, they hack my online bank. But others are still protected. Why? Passwords are different. And these are some benefits, not some, these are major benefits of OTP in our ICT world. So that's what I said, that you people know this, but you don't know the points as it is. So that's what I'm emphasizing them. There can be some people who are not aware with them. There are people who are aware with them as well. Right. Next. Right. Then we have one other concept called as plagiarism. What is it? So plagiarism in the sense, there is one other important thing. Normally, you people are students. So when you are being given an assignment, once you are doing continuing academic, you'll be given some assignments. By that time, what you can do is you just search the topic in the internet. Right? You just search, say that whatever the article, right? You may search it, say that how to, we'll say that how to prepare an animal to a operation. So you need to prepare a certain assignment. When you search like that, you may get many more articles. Yeah. Then what you do is you just copy this part, paste that into a Word document, and completing your assignment. Then it will take only 2-3 minutes to complete the assignment. Then that is called as plagiarism. Right? So then it is the act of taking another person's writing. Someone had written it, you just take it. And you show that as, or you pretend that as, show it as your own work. You put your name and submit it. That's called as plagiarism. Then when you plagiarize, what will happen? The student hopefully get 0 marks if you get caught. Otherwise, no any other legal obligations, you may get 0 marks. The thing is, there are different plagiarism checkers are there. So what they were the lecturers doing is, whenever you submit that, they will copy a part of the document, paste that into a plagiarism checker, then it will show from where you took it. Try to get that. Here, this is a free plagiarism checker. I'll just show you. Not to pay. Right. Then what it says is you just copy whatever your article is. And then you just check for the plagiarism, check for plagiarism. Then they will show you the place. Just show certain early one, it has been erased. I'm going to get it from this website. So that I just took this paragraph, this bullet list. I just put it and prepare my document. Then into this plagiarism checker, I just add it here and check for plagiarism. Now it will show the places where I copied it. It says that there are 69 words, this much of characters. 100% plagiarize here. Plagiarism 100%. 100% extract plagiarism. I just got it and put it exactly. Then no unique. That means I didn't type anything here. If I type something in it, it may show you that, right? Here. Now I can't since I have done it. Then it shows from where it is taken, sources. 5 matches from the sources. And from where I got it, everything will be visible to you. Therefore, teachers, lecturers will find whether your document is plagiarized or not. So the advice is don't plagiarize your work. If so, you'll be getting 0 marks. So this is a free tool, but there are paid plagiarism softwares available. But there are some other works going on called as captcha test. Sometimes this is another thing that you found when you're browsing web pages. When you browse web pages, hopefully you may get a message like this. Right? Then select the images with crosswalks. So what you do is you just need to put ticks on them. This one, crosswalks, this one, and then you say verify. Now this is to check whether you are a human or not. This is for the protection of the servers. Now you are using Gmail to access your email account. Then it's me. Suddenly they will put a test like that. This is internet. Now the server will give you a test like this, asking you to type the letters that are visible. Then you type it from the keyboard. Then this typing can be done only by a human, not by softwares. Now we have to detect what the letters mean. Softwares can't detect it. Then a server confirms that now this is a user, it is not a hacking event. Right? Now sometimes there can be hacking softwares keep sending messages to the servers in order to break them. Right? So in such events, these are being considered whether there are unauthorized accessing done by the software. The softwares are doing this hacking job. Right. So then that's the use of the captcha test. We call this as captcha. Sometimes they'll ask you to detect the images, or sometimes they'll ask you to read the letters and to send it. Fine. So that is not for our protection, that is for the server's protection. Then the other thing is cloud computing. What is this cloud idea? Cloud says cloud computing is internet-based computing. That means now it's me, so that we are using our normal computers. But you can use some powerful computing services from the servers. Now these are just servers, we call them as cloud servers, such as it is possible to get storage service. Then further, storage service can be accessed. Even processing power. Normally our individual computers, these computers have very less processing power. Processing speed is quite slower, but these are very powerful. Then what we do is, if I want to process a big processing, I'm just giving that to the cloud server. They'll do it, and we are going to get the result. So then this idea behind cloud computing. So cloud computing is the internet-based computing whereby shared resources, software, and information are provided to computers and other devices on demand. So whenever we demand, whenever we request, the specific facilities are provided from there to here, which are not locally available. That means such a big, powerful facility is not available in our local systems. So the main example of cloud systems are further. Main example of cloud is Google. Right? Just I'll just give. The main example is Google Drive. You will know that name. So that gives storage to all. Now, if I just visit here, now I go to Google Apps. Then I can go to Google Drive here. So Google will give me a space. Now they will say that they will give you 15 gigabytes of space for me to save things. So that is not saved into my local computer, it's in the Google server. So then that's going to be a cloud service to be used. Right. Then further, software files, data of users are not stored in the local drive. When you're using cloud, new people are using cloud, they are not stored in the local drive. Instead, they are available in remote systems. That's a cloud application. It is a must use the internet to access these cloud services. Right? Internet will merge my resource and the cloud resource as a connectivity. Then advantages of cloud. What are the main benefits of cloud applications? Lower computer cost. Why? So I don't want to buy a computer which is more powerful. Why? Storage is given from there. Processing power is given from there. Therefore, my processing power would not be that much powerful. All right. Storing, processing are conducted in a remote system. No need to buy hardware, software. Right. We don't need to buy very powerful hardware, software, just a small computer. Unlimited storage. So other than using your local computer, you can increase the capacity of the storage as you wish. Can access from any device. Right. Maybe from my smartphone, maybe from my laptop, from my office computer, I'm accessing my Google account. Then the file saved can be accessed from any resource. So these are the main benefits. What are the disadvantages? Internet is a must. Otherwise, you are alone. You are isolated. Only the given service are available. Whatever the cloud server, the Google gives you Google Drive. That's all. You can't use many other. And then service may be slower. Right? Internet connection is slower. Then we don't get that powerful service. Stored data must be lost. Maybe not secure. Right? The cloud server may crash. Then we don't get much more powerful, stable data, unlike saving them in your local computer. Right. Then some of the cloud services are Google Drive, Dropbox, iCloud. There are a lot, right? So most of the people are using Google Drive only. No, We have some other cloud storage facilities, Dropbox, OneDrive given from Microsoft, iCloud from Apple people, a lot. Right. Then these are some screenshots of Google Drive. Now it is giving you the storage space, right? So then now this is one of the screenshot, not the live version, right? And some of the folders, some of the files are saved in it. And whenever I access this account, these files are available at that moment for me to access. Right. Then cloud applications. That means cloud softwares are there. Then are software provided in the form of cloud. Now these are not the locally installed applications. Now simply say that. Okay. There is one of my Google account. Right. There are in my local company I have Microsoft of Word, right? Word is there for me to type things. So it has to be installed into my local computer. Then I'm preparing it. That's fine. Other than that, I can use a cloud application. It's something like this. Especially Google gives you a cloud application, a set of cloud applications. I just go to Google Apps. Even you will have that facility, Google Apps. And there, when you scroll it down, you see that Google Sheets, Docs, Slides likewise. I'll just get Docs. Then this is opening through the web browser. You see that this is still Chrome. I just open Docs. So that will act as a software, hopefully, I mean, blank document. I just click on it. Then it takes time to create the software, downloading it. Right. Now you see that just like Microsoft Word, you are being getting a sheet. Then you can type things. Right. And if you wish, you can do formatting as well. Select this, bold it. Then I can increase the font as I wish. Change the font color into any other. Underlining it. Then center lining. And I can add these into bullets and numbering. Right. So like I use Microsoft Word, now you are available to handle this software. So this is still on the web browser, right? So then these are called as cloud applications. So applications means softwares. But the softwares were given in the form of cloud. So this is what the next idea is. So cloud applications are the software provided in the form of cloud. Now the software are not installed into the local computer. It is not. Cloud applications are accessed through the web browser. They are being accessed through the web browser of the local computer. Google Docs, Google Sheets, Slides. I'll just show you some other package, Google Sheets here. Still, I'm going back to yes, I'll open another browser. Here, I'll take Google Sheets. That is something similar to Excel. Still on the web browser. Now we can type values, right? I'll say that maths marks, science marks, English marks. Then I want to get the total as well as the average, right? I'll just enter some values quickly. And some other. Likewise. Then how do you get the total? Just like in Excel, you just get the formula, insert function, you're going to get the sum function. Adding these three cells. Then I can apply that into the others. Also, I can get the average. Of these three cells. Then I can apply them to all. Right? So then, same like what we did earlier, in locally installed applications, we can do them in our cloud applications as well. Right? Then the thing is, you need to practice them in the computer. Once you come to the lab exercises, we have to do the practicals. Then in situations as such, you should be able to do them. Sometimes there can be questions into the paper as well from these areas for you to select or for you to do them in the final exam. Therefore, be ready how to handle them, how to work with them, likewise. Right. Now, the softwares are not installed into the local computer. Then cloud applications, now that's it, Google Sheets. So Google Slides is just like PowerPoint in order to make presentations likewise. Now, just to give you the benefits, we'll just see when using cloud applications, what are the benefits? This Google Docs, Google Sheets. All right. And one benefit, I'll just explain the benefit. Whenever we go for, I'll just go to the same work I did. Whenever we go for these documents and everything, you can share them, right? Here, share with others. Then you can give the, I'll just save it as my school, okay? Then you can share that with some other people. The benefit there is here, especially when you are doing your group work or for group projects. All the members have the access to the same document, same spreadsheet, same presentation, and you people will edit together. No need to be physically in front of the computer and do them. You may be in your home, your hostel. You are just typing your slides. Your friend is also typing the slides. Then finally we can see what everyone did it. Therefore, these cloud applications are highly supporting for us to continue. We call them as collaborative works. That means teamwork. So teamworks are supported well when it comes to the cloud. So then be careful, be known about this, how to use them properly. That's very important. Right. Right. Now, some other tools in our internet. So now these are the general tools. You know that when you're going for these general tools, nowadays we are with AI tools. So then that is used in many different ways and many different sectors. But in our education, we can use especially the Gen AI tools, generative AI. We call them as Gen AI. Stands for generative AI, artificial intelligence. So what it does is it generates answers uh, for you, having a big knowledge behind the scene. Right? So hopefully one better example of Gen AI tool is ChatGPT. Right? Even in Google, we have Gemini, many more tools are there. Then how do we use them? Right? So ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence chatbot that uses natural language processing to create human-like conversation and dialogue. Right. Then one thing is just to show you. I'll use GPT. Then there we can type prompts, right? Now you can see these my personal things, but I'll just show you. Now these are the my previous chats. You people know this, but what I want to say is when we are working with our Gen AI tools, we better enter the prompt. We call this as prompt. We call this as a prompt. Prompt has to be entered well for AI tool to recognize what we need. Right? Then based on that, you may type it. Now here, it's not like a search engine. You have typed the prompt. We are just like telling into another person. Right? Simply say that I want to know again the anime. Right? I can say that explain me the steps to prepare a cat to a surgery. Right? Then sometimes now in my side, I don't know much about this surgeries since I'm not from your sector. Then I may give you the prompt further in that. If there are many more to clarify, uh, question me too. Then I'm giving the chance. If there are many more things to be known, please question me. Then I will see what the reply is. Preventing surgery involves whatever thing. General steps. Now they'll give them. Right? Now this is quite better rather than searching other search engines. Right? Then it keeps listing me the answers. Now I'm just using this in order to get the answers just like from some other expert. Right? Once you answer these, I can give you a more specific plan, special instruction. Right? Now they say that preparing important. It is safe when recovery. These steps include pre-surgical, whatever the preparation process and post. I'll outline the typical process and ask you few questions to tailor it better. Okay, these are general steps. And finally, it says that to better guide, you can clarify this type of surgery. What is the type of surgery? Right? Then they give some ask. What is this? Spaying, whatever, dental. Then age, Indo. Like a second proceed now. Right? And I can just say that it's dental surgery of say that 1 year or 12 months. I'm just clarifying my points, right? Then Indo, I'm saying that as a vet student. I just give them. Then great, thanks. Now it says that. Now it gives me the details. So what I want to say is use Gen AI tools in this manner. Right? Don't just ask how to do this. So go for the prompt. Again, let them to ask questions. Then you can focus on to the correct point. Right? Now, these are no need for the moment, but I want to say that how detailed their answers are. Right? As medical students, veterinary medical students, you may get to know about this in detail. Further, I can get some other works done. Simply, I can say that something like that. Create me 4 MCQ questions related to the above area where each has only 4 answers. Let me do it. Hmm. So likewise, what I just did this for you to get a knowledge how we can use these Gen AI tools. Right? So then now they say that likewise. So in order to create this, but final conclusion is use the prompt well. At what you question, then you can get the answers as you expected. Fine. Then I think other things are clear to you. Fine. Then not only ChatGPT. Normally, we know that when you're using ChatGPT to a certain time duration, it may give some limitations. Therefore, in Google, we have some other Gen AI tool, Gemini. Where is it? Here we have. That's also similar to the ChatGPT. I have not opened ChatGPT in this account. Right, now here we have the prompt. You can just type the prompt as we said earlier, right? It's up to you. Now I just guided you. It's your chance to practice this and get excel on them. Right. So then these are the internet technologies and the benefits of these ChatGPT or Gen AI tools. They are available 24/7. So wide knowledge base, unlike humans. Then personalization. Then it may now when you can train the model according to your personal background, right? Now the ChatGPT I'm using under my account, it knows what my designation, then where I am working. So then likewise, then we can continue personalization, cost effective. Most of the features are free, improves over time. And these services are improving, not the same. So likewise, more benefits are there. Right. Then these are the areas that I wanted to discuss with you. Right. Then hope that what we did for the moment are confident to you, and most of them are known to you. Sometimes it may be quite boring since some of them are known to you. But what happens is, so in the entire course, especially I think these parts what we did recently, the last part, the Gen AI tools, even the cloud applications, even the cloud storage, and also this plagiarism part, captcha test, OTP. So then they are quite highly technical and highly useful for your future works. Even the previous ones are also fine, right? The searching tools, even the background behind the network, these top level domains, even the web address or URL, and even the online services, what is HTTP, what is World Wide Web, and even the networks, the internet service provider, the IP address, LAN, WAN, how to get the IP address. So then these are the areas that we have covered during the session we have covered little while ago. Right. So then, as usual, if you have questions, you can question me, or else I can wind up the session. Right. Normal pattern is that, right? So normally no questions from university students. So once you're in schooling or when you're going to classes, there are a lot of questions. But now in the university level, no question at all. Everything is clearly understood, is it? Right. Somehow I'll share the presentation with share the presentation with you all through your LMS. Then you can access that, and we have practical sessions separately available while we are continuing this as well. Right. Right. If so, I'll stop the session for the day. Hope that you got the things and you can access this. In there'll be a writing paper. So into the writing paper, there are questions from these areas. Whatever in the presentations will be covered, and we'll do practicals once you come to the university. Right. Then I'll stop here. Hope that you'll enjoy the session. Okay. See you then. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.